All right, hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before we get started, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Kakodash, and double honors once again, as always, until the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone rule well. All right, and taught us this truth, peace, much love, and salutation, as always, unto those for elect. And as you see by the title, okay, just quick lesson through the spirit and power, Yahweh, Bahashim, Mashah, Lord's will is edifying to the elect. Once again, you see by the title, when did the Lord change? All right, and just starting here in the book of Malachi 3 and verse 6, okay? Um, because you have the notion pretty much that from the book from the time that you get, or not the time, Salaki, but from the book of Malachi to the book of Matthew, right? Uh all of a sudden now the most high is dealing with everybody and all nations can receive salvation. All right, but as we know by now, you should know by now, that's not the case, man. Man. That's not the notion. That's not what the Bible is speaking of. All right. So Malachi 3 and 6, it says, "For I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed." Right. So the Most High has not changed at all. He's never changed. Let me see. And I'm gonna get that word for change just real quick in the Edamon. It says to alter, make different, change, to substitute one for another. And ultimately what people want, they want to substitute, the what's the word? Damn, there's a word I'm thinking of. But pretty much they want to open up the promise that was given to the Israelites, okay, through the lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They now want to substitute, themselves in that position. And that's just not how that works, man. Okay, you can't sub your way. You can't make different something that the Most High um has already programmed. Is already written since the beginning of time. This story has already been written. So, and the Lord hasn't changed. And again, you have to understand going here, Daniel 7. All right, there's four beasts. So Daniel 7, and I'm just run through it real quick. Daniel 7 and 4. It says the first was like a lion and had eagle's wings. I beheld the wings thereof were plucked, and it was lifted up from the earth and made stand upon the feet as a man, and a man's heart was given to it. And behold, another beast, a second, like to a bear, and it raised up itself on one side, and it had three ribs in the mouth with between the teeth of it. And they said thus unto it, arise, devour much flesh. Okay, and the first beast representing, all right, the Babylonian Assyrian Empire. All right, then you have the second beast, okay, which is the Medio Persian Empire. Okay, because ultimately, what's that? What it say? Spoke about the three ribs, and that's the three areas that they had conquered, that they took over: Babylon, Egypt, and Lydia. All right. Then again, the third beast. No, I didn't read that part. Salakia. So Daniel 7 and 6, and this is the thing. If you don't understand this chapter, but in particular this next verse that I'm getting ready to read, all right, and you're not tracking the history, and you're not following the Israelites when they go through this third beast, you're not going to have an understanding of the New Testament at all. Okay, so Daniel 7 and 6, it says, "After this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard, which had upon the back of it four wings of a fowl. The beast had also four heads, and dominion was given to it." So this is the Greeks. Okay, in the seventh verse speaks about the fourth beast. We know that being Rome. Okay, it was the strongest, had the great iron teeth. Okay, terrible, it was dreadful. All right, but ultimately, 7 and 6 speaking on that third beast. So, and damn. Salaki, damn, brain just froze. But yeah. So again, this is that third beast, and when you're tracking, again, when you're tracking all these things with and linking up the prophecy, the Old Testament speaks about, Israelites being under Babylonian captivity, speaks about the time of the Medes and the Persians. And, all right, and then you go to the New Testament, that's dealing with pretty much Rome. But it's, there's nowhere in the book, which that's found in the Apocrypha. All right, the word Apocrypha means hidden books. All right, but that is key and essential to understanding, again, the Jew nor Greek, understanding the Gentiles. Okay, because you have to go through. Let me look this up. Let's look up this word. They were Hellenized. Let me see. Am I spelling it right? Let's Google this. Hold on, give me 1 second. Nigga, come on. All right, so I got it on Google. It says Hellenized, made Greek or Hellenistic in form or character. All right. Yeah, to become Greek, to make Greek. Hellenization. All right, and this is off of Wikipedia. It says Hellenization or Hellenification is the adoption of Greek culture, religion, language, and identity by non-Greeks. In the ancient period, colonization often led to the Hellenization of indigenous people. In the Hellenistic period, many of the territories which were conquered by Alexander the Great were Hellenized. All right, so again, this is it speaks about the book of Acts, speaks about second Maccabees, okay, and that really you can read that for sure. First and second Maccabees, okay, and it goes into it, a little more in depth. All right, but yeah, the Hellenistic period, let's see, covers the time in Greek and Mediterranean history after classical Greece between the death of Alexander the Great in 323 BC and the death of Cleopatra the seventh in 30 BC, followed by the Roman Empire. But so yeah, Alexander the Great come in, boom, doing his thing. And then he had them what was it, the four generals, okay? And you fast forward a little bit more, you got, totally all them niggas. But they're fucking up Jake. And they're Hellenizing them. They're making them to follow after their religions and after their customs. And then then you read in the New Testament speaks about Jew nor Greek and Gentiles, and now, oh yeah, now the Lord is dealing with everybody. No, that's not it at all, man. And it even tells you that when you first open the book of Matthew 1, or the book of Matthew 1 and 21, and she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahushai, for he shall save his people from their sins. Okay, it didn't speak about saving all nations, and you can't jump to John 3 and 16 again without going into the meaning of words, understanding what the hell you're talking about. All right, the Lord did not change, man. The Lord did not, in the span of, from Malachi to Matthew, change his mind, and now he wants to deal with everybody. Okay, and the thing is, now we're so like y'all reading this precept. Let's see. Yeah, but now we're getting to the times and end times where niggas are changing the doctrine and saying that the Most High is dealing with all. He ain't supposed to hate Edomites. Getting this precept. Uh, okay, come on. Okay, here we go. Proverbs 24. Yeah, Proverbs 24 and 21. It says, "My son, fear thou the Lord and the king, and meddle not with them that are given the change." Right, you're not supposed to be dealing with people that are given the change, that are constantly changing up the doctrine. And see, the thing is, the Most High, Yahweh Shem Shai, hasn't changed, so the doctrine hasn't changed either. But what you're seeing is, again, in these latter days, people are now switching up the doctrine, adding and taking away from the book, and further confusing the flock. The Most High did not change. There was no time period where all of a sudden he wants to deal with everybody. All of a sudden you're not supposed to hate Edomites. All of a sudden the heathen can be saved. No, that's never happened, man. Okay, it's never happened. It ain't going to happen. It's not biblical. And let me get this too. Now I'm about to close out. Let me see. Let me see. Where is it at? Salaki, I'm looking for this one. Bear with me. Let's see. I can't find it. Let me just get this then and close out. Psalms 147, well-known scripture. Okay. Psalms 147 and 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. Right. And let me look this up real quick too. There's one. Oh, okay, I can get this one. Um, Hebrews 13 and 8, Yahweh Shai Mashiach, the same yesterday and today and forever. All right, because Yahweh Shai came in the spirit of his father. Okay, so he also didn't change. He didn't, go on the cross and yeah, nah, this is for everybody. No, this is for the nation of Israel, but first and foremost for the elect. Okay. They have not changed. And just like what you call it, the one we just brought in Psalms 147, he's only dealt with Israel. He's only dealt with the nation of Israel this whole time. And that's who the covenant was given to. And let me get this too. Let me look it up in the blue letter. Psalms 89. Shit. Can't type. Okay. Let's see. This is a good chapter. I might have to read this. Damn. There's a lot on this actually. I'm gonna try to start it. Let me see. I'm trying to start somewhere. Psalms 89, and we'll start at 20. Damn. I'll start at 20 and jump down. Psalms 89 and 20. It says, "I have found David my servant, with my holy oil have I anointed him." So it's speaking about King David. Okay. Jumping down to 24. "But my faithfulness and my mercy shall be with him, and in my name shall his horn be exalted. I will set his hand also in the sea, and his right hand in the rivers. He shall cry unto me, Thou art my Father, my God, and the rock of my salvation. Also, I will make him my firstborn, higher than the kings of the earth." Right, because King David is going to be ruling on the earth under Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, and he's going to be put back in his rightful position. All right, it says, "My mercy will I keep for him forevermore, and my covenant shall stand fast with him." I'm sure mercies of David. All right, his seed also will I make to endure forever, and his throne as the days of heaven. His seed. Okay, he's the king of, the king of Israel. All right, from the tribe of Judah, and Judah's the head tribe of, the 12 tribes of Israel, man. So that's his seed. Talking about the so-called blacks and the American Latinos. All right, from Judah all the way down to Issachar. It says, if his children forsake my law and walk not in my judgments, if they break my statutes and keep not my commandments, then will I visit their transgression with the rod and their iniquity with stripes. All right, which that happened. We see this is why we're in this current captivity. It says, nevertheless, my loving kindness will I not utterly take from him, nor suffer my faithfulness to fail. And here, this is the point. All right, just wanted to get a little backstory. Psalms 89:34. My covenant will I not break, nor alter the thing that is gone out of my lips. You see? So the Most High made that covenant with Abraham, okay, and it's followed through Isaac and through Jacob. All right, that is going to be the chosen lineage that the Most High is dealing with. He made that covenant with them. And guess what? He said, I will not break that covenant, nor alter. Then we look it up. Let's go back to it. Just to make sure for the word change in the etymon. To alter, make different. Okay. So he said, my covenant will I not break, nor alter, nor change the thing that is going out of my lips. Once have I sworn by my holiness that I will not lie unto David. See? His seed shall endure forever, and his throne as the sun before me. Okay. So again, the Most High spoke these things, so he's not changing it. He's not going to alter the thing that is going out of his lips. And that's a good one. That's a good one. Finna send that to chat. But yeah, man. Okay, so the Most High is not changing, man. He's not giving the change. You don't meddle with them that are giving the change. All right, and ultimately, you people keep fucking around with the Most High's words, and he's just gonna end up bringing judgment to you, man. And you will be destroyed. So, just wanted to put that up real quick. Lord's will is edifying. And before we close, once again, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Chakodash, and double honors once again, as always, and to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us the truth. Peace, much love, and salutations always to those for elect. To the next one, Shalom.